All right, welcome back. I'm Esau Davis. I am with NACA. I'm an in-house real estate agent, expert at this process. I know everything about it. Just wanted to give you an idea of how to handle the situation when you're working with the hand department, or the situation when you're about to buy a house and let's say you got the repair list back from the hand department and it has a few required repairs on there, and it also has you have some wish list things that you want to basically get tied into the loan on top of what's required. I'm just going to go through just a basic synopsis of what you need to look out for, things you need to keep in mind, some basic things of what you can and can't do. So real simple. We got the hand department, and they are help you out with the required repairs and the wish list. If you desire a wish list, most people don't put wish lists on there unless they really need to. The wish list is basically, let's say if there was nothing wrong on the inspection, and you got qualified for a certain amount, and you wanted a whole brand new kitchen, and let's say the kitchen only costs $5,000, right? And you wanted that to be on your wish list. That means you wish you can get it. That means the wish list is not guaranteed. It's just something where you get the quote, and you submit it to the hand department, and they'll decide whether it's going to make sense to tie that particular amount into the loan, and is it going to make sense for the lender. But let's look at it very simple right here. You see on the screen, this is your house, right? Okay, so let me go and bring up my annotations so I can draw here. All right, so this is what you're going to come across. You're going to have to basically, normally we give you like a list of contractors to call. But if you look in the purchase workbook, the white purchase workbook, it looks like this. The white purchase workbook. If you look at this, if you go inside, you'll see where they're talking about how to use the hand department and how to actually put contractors that may not be on our list. You can get them placed on our list. And if you go to page 29 of the purchase workbook, and you can get this book off of NACA.com. It has the information in there. That's something that you need to read, because page 29 and page 30, it even shows you how to email hand vendor support at NACA.com in order for you to, let's say you go and find a contractor that can do the work off of Home Advisor. Long as they have the correct credentials, then they can go ahead and register with NACA and get signed up. It says you may use any contractor of your choice if the contractor is properly licensed, has adequate insurance coverage, has a valid tax ID number for their business, and is not prohibited by NACA. Then you can use them. As long as they understand how they're going to get paid through NACA and everything. So this is in this book. This is on page 29 and 30. Check the book out. All right. So it's your house. What's going to happen is, let's say if you have required repairs, and let's say the sellers are not going to be taking care of it, and you got to find some way to tie it into the loan. All right, well, you're going to call up one of these guys. Normally you call up a general contractor. Sometimes, and I'm going to let you know that when you use a general contractor, then sometimes most of all the time, they have a fee on top of the already set price to do the work, because general contractors, they subcontract the work out, or maybe they already have teams or a team, and they just put it all together, and whatever you need, they might be able to cover roof and anything. When it comes down to a house, usually a general contractor already have that network together and already have everything put together and ready to go. So you'll contact either a contractor or somebody that's an independent contractor, but yet they have their own business and have the right credentials. You can use them too. Just have to submit everything before you get any work done, before anything goes forward. Make sure that they register with the hand department and use that purchase workbook to find out how, on page 28 and 29. All right, so you call them up, y'all go through, y'all talk about it, you tell them what you need, and then he's going to create you basically a bid or an invoice. Or a bid. An invoice is normally for something like the work is done. Now I need to invoice somebody so you can get paid, right? But he's going to work up the numbers. and then you know, you're gonna find out what the numbers are. And I recommend you always choose between 2 or 3 different contractors so you can get the best. Because normally when you get the repair list back from the hand department, you're going to see numbers on the estimate, right? Those numbers are usually high estimates because the hand department, they don't know how much it's going to cost, but they go high hoping that you go and get some contractors will and deal and, you know, make it work, and hopefully you can come in lower than what they have, but they think high and hoping that you will come in lower. Hopefully you don't go in higher, because then, you know, that's overestimating, right? So they're gonna figure out all the general contractor. Now, it depends on who you're using, right? You can, if you have a better connect, or let's say you know a place. Let's say you like the contractor using, and his uh, supplies were too expensive. I mean, you probably could work something out where you can tell the general contractor to go to a certain spot and get the supplies from here, and that's the supplies you want to go with, and then I guess the general contractor, y'all sort that thing out, right? So once everything is all and done and ready to go, now it's time to get started. You see this guy, he got all the tools. Now he's ready to go to work, all right? And then he's going to be ready. So, but understand this, any repairs that you tie into the knack alone, you're not going to get started. The contractor's not going to get started on the work until after you close, all right? Now, if the sellers are covering all the repairs, well, it's common sense, right? To make sure that they have all of those repairs done way before you close, at least 15 days before you close. Have the repair, the invoice, the receipts that the work was done. You want to have them done way before you even close on the house, because you don't want it's not your house yet, you know. So you want to make sure that the work is done, because once you sign on the dotted line and that house is yours, that's your responsibility, right? That's if the sellers say that they're going to cover it. But if you tied it into the knack alone, we have a hand department that's going to handle all that, all the little nicks and bits and pieces of the process. All right. So pretty much, once you pick somebody, gonna give you a thumbs up. Pretty much, you pick somebody who's going to do the work, and they done gave you the bid. You pick them. You say, hey, I want to use AYZ General Contracting Company to do this work. Y'all came to agreement, and then y'all figured out how much it's gonna cost, right? So he or she is gonna basically put everything together, how much it's gonna cost, and then they're gonna send it over here to Mr. Banker, which is the lender, which is Bank of America with NACA, and that's how everything flows. Because the lender, they already have your sales price, right? They already know what you're buying a house for. But once you go through this part here and you start tacking on different things and different costs, the lender is waiting on you, waiting on y'all to basically, we would need to find out what this number is, so they can take the sales price that you bought the house at, or that you plan on buying the house at, plus the rehab fees and the rehab costs, and put that on there so we can have a brand new number. And that number is usually going to be higher, right? And so, because all the lender, this guy right here, all he's waiting for is to fund the loan, and he's waiting to basically know what the final number is going to be. That's what they're waiting on. But you got to get through this monotonous here. All right, thank you. If you have any questions, hope that clears up everything. My name is Esau Davis. Email esau.davis@nacared.com for all of your needs. If you have any questions, please follow, and please subscribe. Please share. Thank you.